They called him Pharaoh Sa-Nakht, a forgotten ruler from Egypt's third dynasty. While King Tut got the headlines, Sa-Nakht's legend lived quietly in the background, mostly whispered about in dusty corners of museums. Until 2009, when a group of international archaeologists uncovered something strange in the Egyptian desert, a tomb with bones measuring nearly 7 feet long, unusual, even for royalty. Dr. Ethan Caldwell, a respected Egyptologist from Chicago, led the expedition. He'd studied ancient texts that spoke of a king of great stature who ruled in silence. Most thought it was myth. But when they opened the tomb's sealed inner chamber near El Baywa Oasis, they found something else entirely. The sarcophagus was massive, longer than any seen from that era. And it was sealed with thick, red clay that hadn't been touched in thousands of years. Inside? A partial skeleton with abnormally long limbs and a skull that didn't quite match the typical pharaoh mold. At the tomb's entrance, hieroglyphs had been carved roughly into the stone. "He who disturbs the sleep of the tall one will join him beneath the sand." Caldwell laughed when he read it. "Just tomb curse nonsense," he said to a reporter. "We've seen that kind of thing before." By the time the team flew back to Cairo, one member was already dead. His name was Marcus Reed. Young, ambitious, freshly out of grad school. He'd been on his first expedition and had the misfortune of being the one who actually opened the sarcophagus lid. 2 days after their return, he was found dead in his Cairo hotel room, choked to death in his sleep. No signs of struggle, no drugs, nothing in the autopsy. His mouth was wide open, as if gasping for air, and his fingers were clenched around his own neck. Caldwell tried to keep the media quiet. "It's a terrible coincidence," he told the press. "But we're scientists. We don't believe in curses." Except his team did. Over the next few weeks, some members started having nightmares, dreams of a tall figure standing at the foot of their bed, silent, unmoving. Others refused to return to the site altogether. One assistant, Layla Hassan, claimed her laptop kept turning on in the middle of the night, playing old recordings from inside the tomb, recordings no one remembered making. Then, just as things were calming down, another man disappeared. His name was Guillermo Torres. He'd gone back to the desert to retrieve forgotten equipment. Satellite trackers showed him entering the dig site alone, but he never returned. When search teams arrived, they found his gear, his canteen, his camera. But no sign of Guillermo. The only thing left was a set of barefoot footprints, massive ones, leading toward the dunes and vanishing into the sand. Whispers started to spread, even among Egypt's typically skeptical archaeological community. The press caught wind of the disappearances, and old rumors about Sa-Nakht resurfaced. According to obscure ancient texts, Sa-Nakht was not just a tall ruler. He was considered cursed by the priests of Ra, sealed away for practicing rituals, not fit for this world. Some even believed he wasn't fully human. Dr. Caldwell stayed quiet in public, but behind closed doors, he was unraveling. He reread every inscription from the tomb. He listened to the distorted audio files that had appeared on his team's hard drives, low, groaning sounds like someone breathing through stone. Then, one night, he went live on a private video call with the head of the Egyptian Antiquities Authority. He looked exhausted, pale, and frantic. "I think we made a mistake," he said. "Those bones, they weren't meant to be studied. They weren't meant to be seen. We thought it was just myth, but what if the ancients weren't warning us out of superstition? What if they were documenting real danger?" The call cut out mid-sentence. 2 days later, Caldwell was found in his office, staring blankly at his monitor, hands covered in red dust. He was alive, but barely coherent. The only thing he kept repeating was, "They told us to leave him alone." The dig site was officially shut down. Guards posted. Equipment sealed. But the damage had already been done. Copies of the tomb's recordings had leaked online. Conspiracy theorists called it proof of ancient giants. Others claimed Sa-Nakht was a Nephilim, or worse, a creature that walked before written time. Layla Hassan, one of the few team members who hadn't vanished or gone mad, moved to New York and quit archaeology for good. But in one of her final interviews, she said something chilling. "Every night for a year, I dreamed of him. Not doing anything. Just watching me. Like he was waiting." Reports of strange sightings near El Baywa started trickling in. Bedouins claimed they saw a figure walking through the desert, too tall, too slow, too silent. Some said it left no footprints at all. Dr. Caldwell never recovered. He remained in a private psychiatric hospital in Alexandria, drawing the same image over and over again. A doorway. A shadow. And eyes with no pupils. One day, without warning, he stopped eating. When a nurse asked why, he simply whispered, "He's awake now." And then, he died. The tomb of Sa-Nakht remains untouched to this day. Not because it was reburied, but because no one dares to go near it anymore. Even in modern Egypt, where ancient curses are dismissed and science rules, the desert keeps its secrets. And some bones, as Caldwell said, are meant to remain buried.